I'm just going to give you a little background. She kind of did some of it. I was born and raised in El Paso. I left El Paso right out of high school, went and played soccer for a couple of years, worked in Europe, in England for a couple of years, and then did do some backpacking. Graduated from Texas State University with my degrees and moved to Denver, Colorado. Can you switch it? So this is something I'm very proud of. I worked at the University of Anschutz Medical Campus. I was the manager of the largest zebrafish facility in Colorado. My job there was to take care of all the fish. We had thousands upon thousands. I trained all doctors, postdocs, graduates, international students on how to use the facility. I also had research projects in the neuroscience department as well as the pharmacology department. Once our kiddo was born, and once our kiddo was born, and then they legalized marijuana in Denver or Colorado, and the cost of living went crazy, we decided it was time to move back to El Paso. This is my family. I secured a job at LeTip, started working there to help a fellow colleague with her zebrafish facility. I worked there for about a few months and decided that I needed to be at home with my son. I needed to make money, but also have time to spend with my son. He was 4 when we moved to El Paso. That is my son, Mykonos, my husband, Max, Moxie, and Maui. This is my little family. So that's when I decided to change careers, give up science, and go into sales. That way I could be a full-time mom, but also bring some income into the family. Go ahead. So the window team. So I met Jay and Jim about 4 years ago while I was doing flooring, and I was really inspired by their work ethic, their philosophy, their business model. So I joined the team probably about 2 years ago. They took me under their wing. But so I'm going to talk a little bit about our windows. So everyone sells windows in El Paso. We have Anderson, we have Pella. We sell WinCore 7700 series. This is a double pane durable glass filled with argon gas, which is non-toxic, heavier than air. But they put that in there to help with the low E, which means not the heat from the outside doesn't come inside, or the cold from the outside. They're also made with a low maintenance vinyl. A lot of windows that we've been replacing lately are made out of aluminum, and those they're not, what is the word? They don't contract and expand with the weather, so that tends to break the seal in a lot of windows. So ours are made out of vinyl. All our windows are lifetime warranty, a limited warranty on glass breakage, and something that we don't do, we don't work with a lot of new builds. We do a lot of retrofit. So we go in and find the window that fits your space. The smallest window we just installed was a small 13 inches high by 45 inches wide. We did have to cut a bit of the wall, but to fit it in there perfect. So we do a lot of retrofitting in El Paso. Next. This is a couple of styles of windows that we do sell. I do want to talk about our installers. We're very, very proud of our installers. They've been with the window team for many, many years. I asked why, and they said, because we take care of our installers. We don't hire just some guy off the street that wants to install a window. We provide them with all the materials, so they don't cut any corners with the insulation, the foam, the silicone, the nails. We take care of all that. But on top of that, our guys get paid every week. Whether or not we get paid from our clients, we take care of our guys. That way they always come back. They're always willing to, hey Michelle, what do we have next? And I'm not, losing my guys on the whim. We have 4 crews, and all 4 are very different, but they're all amazing. And I'm really proud of them. Next. So we're gonna talk about, show you some before and after photos. This is before and after. This job I sold in November of 2023. We didn't install till August of 2024. This is in the historic district. And this took there was a lot of red tape. We had to submit paperwork, we had to stand in front of the board, Jim and I, we had to discuss how we were gonna replace it, how we were gonna keep the same look of the historical society, district. Everything has to stay the same, but you can't upgrade it, but they still have to look the same. Next picture. So this is a three-peat customer, and actually has become a dear friend of mine. Her name is Carmen, and Carmen had me out, I guess in 2023. We did a few windows and a large glass sliding door, then had us back out to do the back side of the windows. And then this last time she had us out, this is her master bedroom. She had 3 sliding doors in her home and just didn't feel comfortable with the third one in her bedroom, and asked if we could actually put a wall in. So this is us taking out that and putting in a wall. Our guys restuck with the wall. They did a fantastic job. This took 2 days to do for her. This is another build. They wanted a 6-panel sliding door. So we took this whole part out and installed that. This isn't quite finished yet. They're still working on that, but I just kind of wanted to show you how big we can go. If you want to open up a whole wall, we can do that. Custom doors. So our doors are fiberglass. We don't do wood doors. They're not very conducive to El Paso weather. I know people love their wooden doors. They are a lot of upkeep and you can get them, but we do fiberglass doors. They come primed white, so we can paint them any color of your desire. All installs, all door sales include the trim, the hardware, the keys, everything that goes with the door is included in our pricing. And as of this year, we started doing shutters. We have a local vendor that has been in the business for 20 some odd years. He custom makes all of these shutters. He makes them out of poplar wood and uses a UV, what do they call UV paint? Or protective paint on the shutters. Downside is he only does white. He does 6 variations of white, but just white. Once those are sold, he comes out and actually will come do what we call a hard measure, and he'll come out and measure. This is a custom build right here that he made, and those actually open, so the client can actually go up there and move them, and they will open and allow more light in. Next. So what to listen for? How much time do I have? I flew through that. Yeah. Okay. Family and friends complaining about high utility bills. Our windows are low E. They will maintain the temperature of the house consistent. If it's supposed to be warm, it'll stay warm. If it's supposed to be cold, it'll stay cold. Complaining about dust accumulating on the window sills. If you all notice that, yeah, it might be time to change it, or something is to kind of upkeep your windows. Applying new caulking around your windowsills every year and a half will keep your windows and that dust off. But if it's beyond that, give me a call. Condensation in between the double pane windows, that means the sealant is off, and we really do need to replace that. We can't just change out a glass, we have to change out the whole window. Wind whistling through the entry doors. I actually just noticed I have that. So if you're hearing that whistling or that hissing noise, it might be time to change it out. We can't really just do the trim, it might be time for a new door. And somebody needing new windows but can't afford them. We have fantastic financing through Wells Fargo, 5.9%. If it's a $5,000 job, you're looking at an $87 payment for 68 months. There's no penalty for early payoff, so if it's something you want to get started and you're going to get your income tax and you want to pay it off later, we can do that. We also offer 0% interest as well.
No credit, back credit?
Well, you do have to have good credit. But that's all I have for you. Thank you so much. Good job.
Let me ask you a question on the credit. Do the people have to go to Wells Fargo, or you do it in-house?
We can do it in-house. We also have a link we can send them.
Okay.
And they give you what's called like a home remodeling credit card. And then once you get the form back, it'll say 29.9%. It scares everyone. And we have to tell them no. Once you sign it, they shoot it back to us, and then we authorize the 5.9%. But we can't do it in-house.
Okay.
Any other questions? Yes.
Do you also do the security doors, or do you just do the regular front doors?
Just the regular front doors. We can do the security doors. I usually tell people if there's one you like,
I
buy.
have one that I'll talk to you later.
Okay,
For
we
a
can
customer,
install it.
yes.
Can you install doggy doors?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We have one, but no dogs. That way you can make guts in the
Yeah.
house.
Do you garages too, or is it just windows?
No, no garages. But I have a good garage guy.
Oh, okay.
Do you do the maintenance on the windows? Do you offer that service where, like you spoke about Kachi?
Do you know I've been pushing that, maybe offering that as like a yearly service? But yeah, not yet, but I'm pushing for that for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Michelle.